I've read every theory on how they built those pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza has 2,300,000 stones in it.
You've heard of Egypt's pyramids, but what if I told you there's a pyramid in Mexico bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, pyramids completely underwater off the coast of Japan, and ancient structures in Sudan that outnumber all of Egypt combined? These aren't myths or legends. They're real places that most people refuse to believe exist. Today, we're exploring 6 impossible pyramids that challenge everything you thought you knew about ancient civilizations.
One of the sites we visited for this series is an incredible pyramid in Mexico at a place called Cholula. And it is, in fact, the largest pyramid in the world.
Let's start with the world's most overlooked giant. Hidden beneath what looks like a grassy hill in Mexico sits the Great Pyramid of Cholula. This isn't just any pyramid. It's officially recognized by Guinness World Records as the largest pyramid ever built by volume. The numbers are staggering. Cholula measures 450 by 450 meters at its base and contains a total volume of 4.45 million cubic meters. To put that in perspective, it's almost twice the volume of Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza. The base alone is 3 times larger than Giza's pyramid. Here's where it gets more interesting. This pyramid wasn't built in one go. Construction began around 300 BC and continued through multiple civilizations over 1,000 years. The Olmecs started it, then the Toltecs expanded it, and later other cultures added their own layers. It grew like a giant stone nesting doll, with each civilization building on top of the previous structure. But why don't more people know about it? Because for centuries, it was completely hidden. The pyramid became covered in earth and vegetation, making it look like a natural hill. When Spanish conquistadors arrived in 1519, they had no idea they were looking at the world's largest monument. They built a church right on top of it, the Iglesia de Nuestra Señora de los Remedios, which still stands there today. The pyramid wasn't rediscovered until 1910, when authorities began construction of a building and realized the hill wasn't natural at all. Today, you can explore over 8 kilometers of tunnels that archaeologists have dug through the structure. Walking through these passages, you're literally traveling through 1,000 years of history, one layer at a time.
These pyramids are different than the pharaonic pyramids, where the amount of pyramids that are present in Sudan is bigger than the pyramids in Egypt.
Now let's fly to Africa, but not to Egypt. In Sudan, along the Nile River, stands something that shocks most visitors. More than 255 pyramids dot the desert landscape. That's more than twice the number found in all of Egypt. These are the Nubian pyramids, built by the ancient kingdom of Kush between 700 BC and 300 AD. The largest concentration is at Meroe, where over 200 pyramids served as royal burial sites for more than 40 kings and queens. What makes these pyramids unique is their design. Unlike Egypt's pyramids, Nubian pyramids are much smaller and steeper. The largest one at Meroe stands only 30 meters tall compared to Giza's 139 meters. But what they lack in height, they make up for in numbers and style. With slopes approaching 70 degrees, they look like sharp needles pointing to the sky. The Kushite kingdom was incredibly powerful. Around 760 BC, Kushite pharaohs, known as the Black Pharaohs, actually conquered and ruled Egypt for nearly a century. After Egyptian rule ended, the Kushite kingdom continued for another 1,000 years, building pyramid after pyramid. Sadly, many of these pyramids suffered terrible damage. In the 1830s, an Italian treasure hunter named Giuseppe Ferlini destroyed over 40 pyramids, searching for gold and artifacts. When he returned to Europe with the treasures he found, nobody believed such fine jewelry could come from Africa. Today, those priceless artifacts sit in museums in Berlin and Munich, far from their homeland. Despite their historical importance, these pyramids receive fewer than 15,000 visitors per year. Compare that to Egypt's millions of tourists, and you understand why most people don't believe Sudan has more pyramids than Egypt.
Cestius was a minor Roman official who served in Egypt under the Emperor Augustus in the late 1st century BC.
Here's something that blows people's minds. There's a 2,000-year-old pyramid standing in the heart of Rome, Italy. Not a small monument, but a massive 36-meter-tall pyramid made of white marble. The Pyramid of Cestius was built between 18 and 12 BC as a tomb for Gaius Cestius Epulo, a wealthy Roman magistrate. According to inscriptions on the pyramid, his will stated that the structure had to be completed within 330 days, or his heirs would lose their inheritance. They finished it in time. Why would a Roman build a pyramid? After Rome conquered Egypt in 30 BC, everything Egyptian became extremely fashionable. Wealthy Romans wanted Egyptian-style monuments, obelisks, and yes, pyramids. The Pyramid of Cestius actually has a steeper angle than Egyptian pyramids because it was modeled after the Nubian pyramids from the kingdom of Meroe, which Rome had attacked in 23 BC. Originally, Rome had at least 2 pyramid tombs. The second one, called the Pyramid of Romulus, stood where St. Peter's Basilica is now. In 1499, Pope Alexander VI demolished it to use the marble for building St. Peter's Stairs. The Pyramid of Cestius survived only because it was incorporated into Rome's Aurelian walls in 275 AD, becoming part of the city's fortifications. During the Middle Ages, people forgot who built it and believed it was the tomb of Remus, brother of Romulus, the legendary founder of Rome. It wasn't until excavations in the 1660s that inscriptions revealed the truth about Cestius. Today, you can visit the pyramid near Rome's Testaccio neighborhood. Inside, there's a burial chamber decorated with ancient Roman frescoes. The pyramid recently underwent a major restoration funded by a Japanese businessman, ensuring this unique monument survives for future generations.
Around 1050 CE, this place burst into life. It became a teeming, thriving city of perhaps 15,000 inhabitants. Some estimate.
Now we dive underwater, literally. Off the coast of Yonaguni Island in Japan, about 25 meters below the ocean surface, sits one of the world's most controversial structures. The Yonaguni Monument looks exactly like a stepped pyramid, complete with flat terraces, sharp 90-degree angles, and what appear to be carved steps. A local diver named Kihachiro Aratake discovered it in 1986 while searching for hammerhead sharks. The structure measures about 150 meters long, 40 meters wide, and 27 meters tall. Its geometric precision immediately sparked debate. Is it natural or man-made? Marine geologist Masaki Kimura from the University of the Ryukyus has been studying the site for over 15 years. He believes the monument is man-made and dates back 10,000 years. According to Kimura, sea levels were much lower during the last ice age, and this structure stood on dry land before being submerged as the oceans rose. Kimura claims to have identified 10 structures off Yonaguni, including what he calls ruins of a castle, temples, and even a stadium. He suggests this could be evidence of a lost civilization, possibly connected to the legendary lost continent of Mu. However, many scientists disagree. Geologist Robert Schock, who visited the site multiple times, argues it's entirely natural. He points out that the sandstone in this area contains natural fracture lines that create geometric patterns. The region's frequent earthquakes could easily have shaped these rocks into pyramid-like formations. The debate continues because no artifacts, tools, or pottery have been found at the site. Neither the Japanese government nor Okinawa Prefecture recognizes it as an important cultural site. Yet divers from around the world visit Yonaguni to see this underwater mystery for themselves. Whether natural or man-made, it remains one of the ocean's most fascinating formations.
Highest structure in the world and also the tallest pyramid in the world.
Here's where things get really controversial. In 2005, businessman Samir Osmanagic announced that hills near the town of Visoko in Bosnia were actually ancient pyramids. He claimed they're the largest and oldest pyramids on Earth, dating back 12,000 years. The so-called Pyramid of the Sun stands 220 meters tall, making it taller than Egypt's Great Pyramid. Osmanagic argues that the hills show perfect geometric shapes and alignment with cosmic north. He spent years excavating tunnels and claiming to find ancient stonework and carvings. Here's the problem. The scientific community completely rejects these claims. The European Association of Archaeologists called the Bosnian pyramids a cruel hoax. Geologists who studied the site found that these are natural hills called flat irons, formed by erosion over millions of years. Professional archaeologists are particularly upset because the site contains genuine medieval ruins, including a 13th century Bosnian castle on top of one hill. Osmanagic's digging has damaged these real archaeological treasures while searching for pyramids that don't exist. Despite universal scientific rejection, the Bosnian pyramids have become a tourist attraction. Osmanagic has built an archaeological park that draws thousands of visitors yearly. The site has become something of a New Age pilgrimage destination, with people claiming to feel special energy there. The Bosnian government even provided funding for excavations, driven by hope that pyramid tourism could boost the economy in a region devastated by war. The controversy shows how desperately people want to believe in lost civilizations, even when evidence points to natural formations. Finally, let's visit America's Forgotten Pyramid. In Illinois, just outside St. Louis, stands Monk's Mound, the largest prehistoric earthwork in North America. At 100 feet tall with a base covering 14 acres, it's roughly the same size at its base as Egypt's Great Pyramid. Built by the Mississippian culture between 900 and 1100 AD, this massive earthen pyramid required moving 25 million cubic feet of soil, all carried in baskets. The pyramid served as the centerpiece of Cahokia, which at its peak, around 1100 AD, was home to 15,000 to 20,000 people. That's larger than London's population at the same time. Cahokia was a sophisticated urban center with over 120 earthen mounds, astronomical observatories called Woodhenges, and a grand plaza. The city controlled trade networks that stretched across North America. On top of a monk's mound stood a massive wooden building, likely a temple or palace for the city's rulers. So why don't more Americans know about it? When European settlers first encountered these mounds in the 1700s, many refused to believe Native Americans could have built them. Racist theories blamed Vikings, lost tribes of Israel, or even giants. It took until the 1890s for people to finally accept that indigenous Americans created these monuments. By then, many mounds had been destroyed. St. Louis was once called Mound City because of pyramids built across the river from Cahokia. Nearly all were demolished and used as fill for buildings in the growing city. Today, Monk's Mound and 70 other surviving mounds are protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Visitors can climb 154 steps to the pyramid's summit. From the top, you get an amazing view of the ancient city and realize that sophisticated civilizations thrived in North America long before Columbus arrived. From Mexico's hidden giant to Sudan's forgotten needles, from Rome's marble tomb to Japan's underwater mystery, from Bosnia's controversial hills to Illinois' earthen giant, these pyramids prove that ancient civilizations built far more than most people realize. Some are recognized by UNESCO and Guinness World Records. Others remain subjects of fierce debate, but all of them challenge our understanding of human history. The next time someone mentions pyramids, remember it's not just about Egypt. The world is full of impossible structures that most people simply don't believe are real until they see them for themselves.